Okay, I hope this works because I'm still trying to get used to where the camera actually is on the mobile phone and so on and so forth. But I do want to take advantage of the fact that it's early evening right now and I'm actually getting sunlight, quite a bit of it. So I'm like, okay, I don't have to use the light and worry about the glare. So I'm going to be dealing with things on the right hand side, but I don't want to move. If I moved the camera over a bit more to the right, I found I was just like right there is the border of the map, and it was like, what's the point in having the table edge in the screen? So even though like this is the central part of what I'm talking about, it's not part of the central part of the screen. But anyways, okay, so Battle Group 11, well, practically everything here to the left is all Third Army. And then we've got the two Cossack, independent Cossack cavalry divisions, obviously, there. And then these guys here are the Brusilov's 8th Army. One thing I was noticing when I was starting to do the movements and taking a look at just a pitiful amount of strength points yet again for the Third Army is the lack of combats that are, I think, going to start taking place just because, it's just yet again, it's lack of supply and there's hardly any troops left. And so there's got to be a lot of recombination and I guess, I don't know, like reorganization and consolidation, whatever you want to call it. But so yeah, things are going to get quiet for a while. And I wonder if this is kind of like, I guess what happened, everybody just kind of got settled in and then, so I mean, there's still going to be obviously a lot of attacks, just not maybe right. Well, actually, I haven't. No, I don't think I'm going to be doing anything yet for the 8th. Yeah, because I want to prime. I'll talk about it in a minute. But the two main areas, obviously, that are probably going to be attack on in Galicia, anyways, are obviously um, the Russian Fourth Army way off to the left, and then obviously the Eighth Army here. So, anyways, here we're going to go. So I guess I'm not saying that I'm giving up on the bridge for the Russians. The bridge here that's been the ongoing battle between the two third armies here. But what's going to happen is just due to the fact that, like, take a look at this. I think actually they're not too bad. Yeah, so that's um, the 11th and the 33rd. They're at half strength, but if you look over here at Battle Group 11, well, you can't see the board, but I think the total is 3 strength points, for crying out loud, or 4 strength points. Like, it's just terrible. Anyways, I do know that we did notice that the Austrians have completed the trench here. So, and they've also been put, I mean, we also know they're decimated as well, but they are concentrating forces there a little bit. So, okay, so you've got a combination of a trench, concentrated forces, decimated forces, hardly any supply points. Like, give me a break. So I think what the new strategy or whatever is going to be, the new plan of attack is going to be to get this spot here and then go that way. Sort of work around the trench. Like, in other words, don't hit them front on. So that means the 8th Army is going to have to do, and the Cossacks in a weird way, are going to have to do the heavy lifting of focusing their attention, which they were going to do anyways, focus their attention on the 3rd Army and squeeze them this way, while hopefully the 3rd Army can start bringing streaming troops. But it's going to take a while, man. It is going to take a while. Like I said, it's not just bringing the troops over there, because that takes a while of like in and out of zones of control. But I have to get them recombined. So I think, yeah, this is where the Battle Group 13 is where the engineer and the 3rd Army HQ is. And they do have 6 replacement points, but no one there to take them up yet. So I have to get some depleted troops over there. And then, so that'll take 2 turns. Right, so they're not going to be ready this turn. They're not going to be ready. October 2. They'll be ready for October 3. So that's what I mean. I'm just going to have to start taking some time. I think what I'll do now is just start making the moves, because once I start making the moves, I'll kind of probably start cluing into why I was doing it that way. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so move the 2nd out of Battle Group 7 and cross the Boog to 3908. So Battle Group 7, and why do I want to 3908? Okay, so, okay. Yes, I know what I want to do here. So all of Battle Group 7? Oh, it's just the 2nd. Okay. Yeah, because I think the poor 2nd here, yeah, he's right down to nothing. So what I'm trying to do is just get, like I said, that'll be one of the divisions that's going to end up getting recombined eventually. So it's going to be a mess now with all these flipping things. So I'm going to put him off to the side just for now, because I think I'm moving some of those dudes over there. So maybe I should have done them ahead of time. But what I'll do off camera or whatever, off to the side, I'll just put the counter sideways so I'll remember to have to move them. And I won't check them off on my little thing here, so I'll know that I haven't done it yet. Move the 69th Reserve out of Battle Group 11 at 3807 and join Battle Group 13 at 3907. Aha. So the 69th Reserve for sure is going to be recombined next turn. So they're going to where? Number 13? Yes, they're going to go with and then I think a bunch of other dudes are going as well. So can we get that guy? And then move the 11th and the 33rd from 3908. So that's why I was like, okay, I can get these out of here. And join Battle Group 13 at 3907. Yeah, because these guys are going to also... I'm going to use the 6 strength points of the replacement units to bring these guys up to full strength. And I think those 3 divisions will eat up the 6 strength points. Yeah, that's why. All right, so now I can put those dudes over onto where they were. Right. There you go. So they go there. All right. So those guys are done. And now we're off to the 8th Army. So that's it for the... that's all I was able to do for the 3rd Army, is just this tiny little bit because of, yeah, it's going to take time. And that's the way I got to look at it. It's not going to be... I'm hopefully can try to coordinate it, or I'm hoping that by the time I start attacking here, the 3rd Army is going to be having to deal with the 8th Army. And it's like, okay, decisions here, which will be great. Okay, move the 10th Cavalry from 3812 across the Stree River to 3612. Oh, yeah, which I can do. Yeah, I can go this way and just get the hell out. Yeah, see what I mean? Just make it, which is good, because this is, like I said, eventually going to be the plan of attack, which is ironic, because that's what the Austrians put that dude over there to kind of slow down everything. But I'm looking at it from, I mean, even now, I think the 8th Army only has like 5 strength points, supply points left. So I just got to you got to use every strength point and every supply point you can. And going this way just doesn't make sense. This way makes a lot more sense. Okay, move Battle Group 9 across the Dniester to 3812 using column movement. 3812. 3812. I can go there. Yes, I can. All right. Okay, so that would be 1, 2. I don't need column movement for that. What the heck did I write that down for, you silly bugger? Anyways, it's there. It doesn't matter. Move battle. Nah, this is the one that probably needs column movement. Yeah, because I think originally I wanted to move Battle Group 9 using column movement there. So yeah, that's all I did was switch over the hex numbers. And then I was like, I realized I couldn't get... It doesn't matter. I couldn't get 10 over this way. because I had crossed a major river, and you can't cross a major river and get into a zone of control and all this crazy nonsense. And using column movement. So, but I could do it with the 9, but the 10 can go this way. You get the idea. Okay, move battle group 10 across the Dniester to 3713 using 1. So I can only get up to here. Okay, I'm getting there. Getting there. Because, yeah, I don't want, like, I am going to get there, but I'm going to use battle group 9 there. I'm going to use battle group 10 to get over here, and then we're going to nail that son of a bee. But I also need to get the headquarters over to here, just to use up that 5 supply points properly. Okay, move the 19th, 13th, and 14th. From 4112 to 3912. Yep, that makes sense. All of these buggers going over here. And move the 1st Kubistan Cossacks from 4010 to across the Streepa River to 4011, which also makes sense. So there we go. And I think the last little tiddly bit is just the headquarters, which I go right through Stanislaw and then go to 3913. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And that is it. And I'm still okay for lines of communication. I can still, it's kind of weird that, I mean, like in an odd way, I guess I could still use the major, like I can go this way, but yeah, I don't know if I was, for me, I would be like, you can't, I wouldn't be, if I was writing the rules or something, I would be like, I don't think you can use the major river without a rail line kind of thing too, as a line of communication. But like I said, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not the way it is in here. You can go this way anyways, right? So, and this is cut, but it doesn't matter as long as you can get to a friendly rail line is what they're doing without enemy zones of control or terrain that you can't pass through. Or terrain, I think that's like, I don't know, that's... anyways, I haven't had to get to that point in the rules, so I don't have to really worry about it. I think that's it. And you know what? This is the first time, potentially, that there are no attacks. I don't think the Russians are doing any attacks at all, like any of the armies. Just not ready yet. Get close. And I think the reality is the way they're looking at it is they know full well that the Austrians are hurting for supply, and they can kind of, the Russians can kind of take their time. Well, they have to as well, like I said, because they're just, troop numbers are just so low. It's nuts, but yeah, this is looking good now, as far as I can see. We've got some troops coming up towards here. The headquarters are there, and just nail that son of a bee right here, and then squeeze them. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, and who the heck's next? Can't be the end of it, is it? I think the Austrians are next. Hold on. I'll check my little book to see if it's been so long. I've been, well, at least this turn's going to go relatively quick due to the fact that there's no combats. Oh my gosh, that is it. We're going off to October 2. So I get to roll for initiative next, which is going to be totally cool because I have no flipping clue, like I said, about what's going to happen. Like, who's going to go next? Well, like, ooh, I don't know anymore. Like, well, I'm just going to roll. I shouldn't be picking sides. I never, well, I shouldn't say never do. Like, it happens. Like, I start playing the Austrians. I'm like, oh, you know, go, go, go. Like, I'm on like all pro-Austrian. But right now, I'm kind of like, I want to see how the 8th and the 3rd Army can like squeeze the Austrian 3rd and the remnants of the 2nd Army. It's just the headquarters left since all the troops got transferred command to the 3rd. Okay, so I'll put the blocks back on, and then I'm going to roll for initiative and then start figuring out what the hell to do.